So for today's video, I tried making it earlier in the day, and I was gonna walk through a house, and it was a potential flip, and I was pretty much just gonna go through the numbers and show everyone what I look at. But things got interesting. I'll tell you that story. So this place hit the market. It's a foreclosure. It's owned by the bank. And for some reason or another, before I got there, some crazy shit went down. I think just people yelling at each other or whatever. And they were yelling at each other because for some reason, the guy who used to own the house lives next door. And he is doing everything in his power to, I guess, not, or make sure that the bank who owns it or whoever owns it can't sell it. So he had a huge sign saying that there was some sort of mortgage fraud going on and all these crazy things. And I got there, but so let's say I got there at 3. Previous to me going there, there was another showing, and the agent was yelling at him. The dude was yelling at the agent. I guess there were phones out. The cops were calling. Like, it was this whole crazy thing. So I just got there, and the dude was all like fired up. And like, I got a radar detector, so like it was going off. Like, there were like cops that ahead of me. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever, who cares, right? So I like pull in the driveway, and my radar is like going off, and there's like people yelling. There's like a dude yelling across the street. It was just crazy. There's a bunch of people yelling. So I just got out the car, like, why is everyone yelling? Like, what's going on here? And then like a bunch of cops pull up, and I'm just like, all right, so I'm just gonna go look at this place, like, whatever. And then I think I like looked at the guy that was like doing most of the yelling, which I think was his thing. And I was like, what's going on here? He's like, my house, it got, I don't know. He said some crazy stuff. And I was like, oh, cause he said something about it being in like litigation for like a year, some crazy stuff. And I was like, so can I still go look at it? And I don't know who he was to tell me if I could look at it or not. And he's like, I don't give a fuck, whatever, screaming. And they went and called, talked to the cops. And I was like, well, I'm going to keep, doing what I came here to do. So I went and looked at it. But I didn't do a video because there were just like people everywhere. People were screaming. It was just crazy. And I'm like trying to walk through the house. And I just needed to like get in there, look at it, and leave before things got crazier. But as soon as that happened, I was like, yes. Because if every single person that goes there to look at that house encounters Mr. Crazy Man, they will probably not want to buy it. So this is a chance for me to be like, boom, deal, right? So what I was going to do, I had it all written down all nice to kind of show the logic when you go look at a house. So we're going to go through the logic now quickly since we can't do it through the house. So the house is bank owned. It's listed at 149, and I pulled the comps, and I think it's probably going to be worth like 250. Okay, fair enough. So once you pull out your closing costs and all the other stuff, let's say you're at 230, and then if you pay 150 for it, and you're at 230, you got 80K to play with. And I was like, maybe it needs like a 50K rehab if it's, super crazy, which probably not, but that's kind of like what I, told myself. And I was like, okay, made like 30K on this, and that wouldn't be too bad, right? So I go walk through the house, and it does need like all new floors. It needs paint. It needs 2 bathrooms. There's some sort of water leak in the house too. And I think it's because pipes probably froze in one of the bathrooms. So that's not a big deal. So 2 bathrooms, it needs a kitchen. It's got some rot on the outside of the house. And crazy neighbor, which is a bonus. So we're going to offer way lower on it than what we initially were going to. Because So here's the reason why no one's going to buy that house is because they can foreshadow what their life is going to be like once they get the house and have to live next to this fucking clown. And I foreshadow it the same exact way that it's going to be a pain in my butt. However, if you can make a really good profit on something, you can figure out a way to deal with the pain in the butt to make up for the pain in the butt. The only other downside would be if you like fix it up and you go to sell it and then everyone's coming to look at this nice redone house that you're trying to get $250 for, and then you got freaking this dude, crazy man over here, screaming about whatever, and he had a little pink sign. It was so cute and a stick. Not to laugh at what happened to him, because I mean, I don't really know what exactly happened. It was just, the whole scenario to me is funny. I always laugh at things that I probably shouldn't laugh at, but I think laughter is the cure to everything. So I just laughed and went and looked at the house. But, so yeah, maybe one day soon we'll go and look at a house without crazy people, and I can do a walkthrough and call out how I run my numbers to see if a deal makes sense or not on a walkthrough. So maybe we'll try going to that house again someday, or maybe we'll just buy it and then we can do a live demo of a step-by-step of a rehab. So anyway, always look for the one thing that is gonna have people running away, and figure out a way to get past that thing, so that way you get a good deal because you figured out how to solve the one problem, aka crazy guy. So let me know if you figured out some sort of crazy guy or crazy thing that helped you get a good deal or make something happen in a very unique way where most people were scared. And my iron's right there, just if you were wondering. But have a great night.